Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So last week in the sense, 2 days back, we have completed abstraction. Can anyone tell me what is abstraction? Can anyone tell me what is abstraction, guys? Forgot?
Yeah.
Forgot, huh? Again, I have to repeat abstraction. Hello, guys. Can
Hello.
you? Yeah, I couldn't hear your voice. If you say you just repeat it, I will repeat it. I don't have any problem.
Yes, sir.
Repeat,
Just
sir.
repeat.
Abstraction? Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So abstraction is a kind of data hiding in Java. Okay. So what, as I told, a simple example like WhatsApp. Okay.
Yeah.
In WhatsApp, you send message to your friends. Yes or no? So you just worried about the functionality. What is the functionality? You can send the images, you can send the contacts, or you can send the messages. Yes or no? Or you can create groups and all. Okay. These are the functionalities you can do in WhatsApp. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, when you send messages, obviously network comes into picture. Without network, so network in the sense, I mean internet and all those stuff. Okay, without internet or without network, I don't think so your message will be sent. Make sense? Make sense,
Yes,
guys?
sir. Yes, sir.
Now, the networking part is a data hidden. The code you cannot see. You just worry about your message sent or not. You never worry about how the network is connected, how my messages are immediately sent to the other user. You just worry about whether message is sent or not, but you never worry about how the networking works, how the WhatsApp connectivity works. You never worry about. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Any doubts? Any
No.
doubts? What is abstraction? Any doubts? What is abstraction?
Um,
Now in Java, abstraction is nothing but abstraction is declared by an abstract class. Now abstraction is can be achieved in two ways. One is 100% abstraction, one is 0 to 100% abstraction. Okay. Now 0 to 100% abstraction you can achieve through abstract class. Class is prefixed by abstract. And in abstract class you can have abstract methods and non-abstract methods. Non-abstract is nothing but the normal method which we used to declare. Okay. Now whenever you declare abstract methods, you just provide the declaration. That's it. Implementation you will do in the classes part. Clear? That's why it's on a 0 to 100% because you're not completely hiding the data. 50%. 50% through abstract, 50% through non-abstract. Clear?
yes,
Clear,
sir.
guys? Now, this class will be an abstract class. You cannot create an object for abstract class. This is very, very important point. So how you can create an object? You will just extend this class and then you create the abstract for object for child class, and then you first of all you declare this method, you implement this method in child class, and then
Override.
override. You just implement it. Okay, and then you call it in the main function. This is known as abstraction. Any doubts? Any doubts in abstraction?
No.
Sai, clear?
I'm clear.
Okay. Now, when I told like 0 to 100% and 100%, now 100% abstraction can be achieved through interface.
Interface.
Now, how we can achieve through interface? Now, interface is again a data heading, but it's a pure data heading. You will never have a non-abstract method. So by default, when you declare an interface, so for example, interface sample training. Okay, and then here what and all methods I declare, void print. By default, I don't need to put an abstract keyword. By default, it's abstract keyword. So in the interface, by default, even if you don't put abstract keyword, it's a by default static and abstract. So it means that even if you put, it's an error. So even if you don't call this, it's not accepting static. Okay. So even if you call abstract keyword, even if you put abstract keyword, that's not. It's not no need to put actually. By default, it will take abstract. But the thing is, you cannot declare like this. This is a normal method declaration. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
You cannot do this in interface. So what's the error? Just see here. Change method to default or static. If you change method to default it will take. So by default, whenever you put any method in abstract in interface, it will be abstract. So you can achieve 100% abstraction through interface. Clear?
Yes, sir.
What the difference between abstraction and interface? In interface, you just use the interface keyword and then you just declare a method, and then now there is a class. Now class to interface is, it's not extends, it's implements.
Class to interface. Implements.
Clear? Now why I'm getting error? Why I'm getting error? Why I'm getting error? Because I've not implemented this method. Yes or no? The same case.
Okay.
When you just call it, you have to implement, right?
Yes, sir.
That's why it's throwing an error.
Oh.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So by default, when you declare an interface, it will be abstract method, and you will be using class to implement the interface, and then you will be providing your method. Clear?
Okay.
And hello. And then you just call an object for this class. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So you understood the difference between abstraction and interface.
Yes, sir.
Now there are a couple of
Understood.
concepts. Yeah, tell me.
Nothing, sir.
Now there are a couple of concepts in interface, that is how multiple inheritance can be achieved through interface. That is one concept. Okay. Now, for example, I declare a class. Now, how multiple inheritance can be achieved through interface? Why it is not why it is not possible through class? Why it is possible through interface? Can you give justification? Can anyone give justification for this? Why it is not possible through class and why it is possible through interface?
Interface have only abstract methods.
Okay, that's fine. But how you can implement the multiple inheritance? That's my question. How multiple inheritance is achieved? What is multiple inheritance? Can anyone tell me? What is multiple inheritance? When your parent class, so assume two parent classes, one child class. Okay? Assume your mom and dad. Your mom is a great singer, your dad is a great singer. Okay? And you will not understand like from which like from mom or dad I need to acquire that singing skills. Yes or no? You will get confused. Ambiguity comes into
Yeah.
picture here. Yes or no? When your mom and dad has the same skill, the child will not understand which skill to acquire, whether to get it from mom or get it from dad. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That creates an ambiguity. That's create a confusion. Because of that, multiple inheritance is not possible through class. Because in class, we not only declare it, we implement it. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
I will show you a demo. For example, class print. Okay, void print, printing. Okay. Now I have one more class show. Same method. Okay, same method.
Yeah.
What happened? Sorry. Okay, same method. Now I will declare one child class extends print comma show. Now Java itself will not allow to do this
Yes, sir.
because the child class will not understand which method to take. That's why it will throw an error here itself. The multiple inheritance is not possible because when your parent class, see, there might be two cases. One is your parent class and child class may have different method. Matlab, this will have someone, for example, this will have suppose this one. Okay, still it will not allow because there might be chances like I will declare the same method. A user will declare the same method in both the classes. That's why it will stop here itself. It will throw a compiler error. It's here itself. Getting? You're getting it, guys?
Yes, sir.
That's why the Java will stop, because the reason is we will implement it in Java. In class, we will implement the methods. We will not declare the methods. You're getting the difference? Why multiple intent is not possible through class? Because we not declare it. We'll not declare it. We'll implement it. Implement it in the sense we'll write a logic inside that.
Okay.
That's why it's not allowed. But what if I declare through interface? Interface show void print. Okay. I'll declare one more interface. Does print void print. So you could see two interfaces, two same methods. Now in class, what I will do, I will just implements show comma print. Now still you're getting error, but what error? Add unimplemented methods. One minute. What error I'm getting here? Oh, it's not print.
Print.
Okay. Now if you this is multiple inheritance. Yes or no? Parent class, child class, and extending both and having the same method. Now, why it is possible through interface? Because in child class only you will do implementation. Even if you have just declared it, even if your mom and dad says, I know music, but what level of music they don't know. Yes or no? The child class will show like, I know this kind of music. The child class will implement the music or print, whatever it is. Because of the implementation we do in the class, that's why multiple inheritance is possible through interface. You getting it?
Yes, sir.
Sai, you getting it?
Yes.
Why multiple inheritance is possible through interface and not through class? In class, you implement the methods. That's why
Methods.
the child class will not understand which method to
Which
take.
method to implement?
Correct. But in interface, you don't implement it. You just declare it in the interfaces.
Yes.
You implement it. You implement it in the child class. That's why it's possible through interface. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Any doubts? Any doubts?
No.
No? I will show one more example in interface. Class, sorry, interface, Apple. Okay, now interface to interface is inheritance. Yes or no? That's why we use extends keyword. Class to classes extends. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Interface to interface also extends. Class to inheritance implements. Clear? So this is nothing but inheritance in the interface. So here we will put print, and in the class we will just implement mango. When you implement mango, obviously apple will also comes into picture. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
One more observation you need to make. Now, whenever you implement why it is abstract. Clear? There is a parent interface, child interface, and this is a class. You just implement it child interface so that you will get both the methods. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts? Any doubts, guys?
I'm good, sir.
No, sir.
Shall we go to next concept? So we are done with all the 4 OOPS concept: inheritance, encapsulation, abstraction, and polymorphism. Clear? Any doubts? When you practice it, even see right now you may not get the doubts, but when you practice it at that time, even if you get doubts, you just mark it, and during the class you can ask. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Next concept is this keyword. Have you ever heard of this keyword, guys? Ever heard of this keyword? Yes or no?
No.
Yeah,
No?
this keyword. Yes.
You heard of it? Okay.
Yes.
Before I explain this keyword, let me write a simple class. Let me write a simple class. Print roll number string name. String name. Okay. I've declared 2 variables. What are these variables, guys? What are these variables? Global variables or instance variables? Means you have declared variables inside the class but outside the method, above the method. Means this scope is throughout the class. Clear? Whenever you declare any variable inside the class above all the methods, it means the scope is global. Yes or no? 1 minute. வீட்ல தக்காலா பெங்களூர் வந்துருக்கானா சம்பக்ராந்தியா இல்ல சம்பக்ராந்தி பெங்களூர் கூட இருக்கு அதான் கேட்டேன் ஓகே நான் பார்க்கறேன் 10 o'clock Hello, can you hear me? Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what are these? These are global variables. Means the scope is throughout the program. Wherever you can use, you can use. Okay, and or instance variables. Now, what is this? What is this, guys?
Constructor.
Constructor.
Parameterized
Why it is known as constructor? Because it has the same name as of a class name.
class name.
And this is normal. It's not a normal constructor. It's a parameterized constructor.
Parameterized.
Since we have parameterized. Since we have parameters inside the, okay, clear? I'll declare one method display, okay, and then I print roll number plus space plus name. Easy. I've not used anything complex. I've just declared two instance variables. I've declared a constructor with the two parameters, same parameters. You could see the naming convention. Here also it's RNO,
Yes.
here also RNO, here also name, here also name. And then I've assigned. Okay. Now in the main method, what I'll do, I'll just create an object for this. Whenever I create an object, what will happen? Guys? Whenever I create an object, what will happen? Constructor will be called. Yes or no?
Yes.
By default, even if you don't create a constructor, it will virtually create a constructor. But when you declare constructor with parameters, it will call this method. So if you see control, if I put, it will go class student. Now, if I put values here, like for example, 100 RAM like this. Now, if I put like this, it will go here. Whenever you create an object, constructor will be called. Clear? Any doubts here? Any doubts here? Till now? Any doubts till now? Can you just tell me if you have any doubts till now? Guys, you have doubts or not? Till now?
No, sir. I'm good.
You're good? Anita? Anita, you're good? Anita, are you there? Hello? Anita? I think she left the class. 3. She's not there. Okay. Okay. Sai, can you tell me the output? What's the output?
Output.
Hello.
Huh. Anita. So both
Yes.
of you tell me the output of this program.
Out-
Mm. Oh.
Throw an error.
It will throw an error. Why?
Yes. both variables are in the
There is a
constructor
confusion
and
between.
the inside variable.
We should mention this keyword. I guess so.
So, okay. What is output first? Tell me. Then what is the solution? Tell me.
100 and RAM.
Output is 100 and RAM.
Yes. Yeah. No. Yes. 100 and RAM.
Okay. What about you, Anita? Same output? You're also...
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me show you.
Null values. We already give the numbers.
Why? Why it is 0 and null?
Oh, so it is printing this instance variable which we didn't declare.
Okay. So here is the concept of this keyword. The problem is, see, whenever the developers, like what we do is, we don't need to create 100 variables. For example, if we can do the job with 2 variables, we don't need to create 100 variables. Yes or no?
Yes.
So in that case, I will not create a different variable. So for example, here I'm making use of same variable. I don't want to create too many variables and confuse the people, because too many variables will require a lot of maintenance of the program. Okay. And it will create a lot of confusion when you do maintenance. When you do debug it, it will create a lot of, see here it's a 10 line, 25 line program. When you write 3000, 4000 lines program or 10,000 lines program, obviously when you create a lot of variables, you will get confused. This variable, where have you used this variable? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That's why we don't create too many variables. If I have used like this, you would have solved the purpose. You would have solved the purpose. 1 minute, guys. Hello. Class if I have used some other variable apart from this and this, it would have solved the purpose. Yes or no? But I don't want to do it because I don't want to create too many variables. You're getting it? You're getting it, guys?
Yes, sir.
Now in that case, there are two options. How to resolve this? One, change this variable name. That is one thing. This will work.
We should mention this keyword.
Huh?
Or we can use this keyword.
Or you can use this keyword. Clear? No, I don't want to use, see, for this small logic, how many variables I need to create? 4 variables? Is it making sense? No, right? So in that case, if I use this keyword, this dot, reason what it will does, I will tell you. So whenever you use this logic, it will use the current class constructor, current class values. So if you use this one in this class, what is the value of this one? What is the value of 100 and RAM? What's the value of, sorry, RNO and name? 100 and RAM?
Yes,
Constructor 100 and RAM.
So it will take the current constructor values. So the current constructor 100 and RAM, so it will take 100 and RAM. That's the purpose of this keyword. That's why we don't declare too many variables. We'll reuse the same variables and we will use this keyword. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Clear what the purpose of this keyword? Now if I run this, it will be 100 and RAM. So this keyword will take the current class values. When your instance variables and your parameters are same, then it will give precedence to instance variables only. But when you use this keyword, what will happen? It will take the current class values. So in this current class, in the sense, this is my class. Here only I'm calling,
Okay.
right? Here
Yes,
only
sir.
I'm calling the value. So here, what are the values? These are the values.
100.
So it will take this value. That's the purpose of this keyword. So by using this keyword, what will happen? Instead of 4 variables, I've declared only 2 variables. Clear? What's
Yes.
the purpose of
Yes,
this
sir.
keyword?
Yes, sir.
Clear, Sai?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next topic is, we'll start with an array, because from now we need to start collections. So after array, we'll start list, map, set, or we'll see how it goes. Okay. So we'll start with array. What is an array, guys?
Array is used to,
Collection of elements.
yeah, use it for the collection of storing the similar kind of elements.
Storing the similar kind of elements. Okay. So what is it? How to declare an array?
Data type.
Data type followed by array name.
Okay. So for example, data type is nothing but you can take any data type. Now
Int.
this is where the difference between Java and JavaScript. In JavaScript, you don't a Java array can have only similar data type. For example, if I declare int array, it can have only int values.
Yes.
Yes or no? So for example, int.
Yes.
So this is one way of declaration. Int of size, if I mention. Okay. Now a of 0 is equal to 1.
Yeah.
A of 1 is equal to, I'll make it as 3. 1 and 2, 4, 6. Okay. Now this is one way of declaration. So this is the difference between Java array and JavaScript array. Java array, you just declare you cannot put some, for example, if I put string here instead of array, instead of integer, will it work?
It won't work.
It won't work because your array is integer typed array.
So
You
it is
cannot
expecting
declare
only.
string. You cannot assign a string value to it. Clear? But in
Yes.
Yes, sir.
JavaScript, you can assign a string value. You can assign a Boolean value. You can assign a float value, because we don't explicitly say it's an integer array. Everything
Yes.
we declare it as a var.
Yes. Where?
So
Where?
you don't need to
Okay.
say like, I will say, so when I declare an array, I can put all the values, integer, string, Boolean, everything. It will take it. Okay. This is the difference between Java array and JavaScript array. Now, how to actually get the values out of it? For loop. Why
For
I
loop.
use for loop? Because I know the length of an array. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if I use int I is equal to 0, I less than
5.
Array dot
a
length
dot length. No, array always starts from
0 to
0.
0. Yes or no? So if I put a of I, you will get all the values. Clear? This is nothing but a
Okay.
single dimensional array. Okay.
Okay.
Now, what is the other way of declaration? This is first way. What is second way? Now, second way, I'll just give different name, and then I don't need to create a new operator. Rather, 1
We
comma
use the set of values.
directly values. So this is the simple and easiest way. Okay, here you no need to mention the size, you just declare the values. Both are same. Both are same. Okay, so here if I put a1 dot length and a1 of I. Same values. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When you will get array out of bound exception?
If you try to get the elements out of the range, suppose you
For
want to get
example,
the element of
I have 3 elements. Okay. So ideally, I can maximum get up to 0, 1, 2. Right? If I try to get 3, what will happen? Array out of bound 3.
Yeah.
Because 3 is nothing but 4th element.
Yeah.
Yes or no? That's where you will get array out of bound exception. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts? Any doubts, guys?
No, sir.
Okay, we'll stop here. So array, we have one more topic to cover. We'll cover that and then we'll go to next topics. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll wind off here. We'll
Sir,
see you
in
in
the
the tell
in the
me.
training section, will you cover Spring framework and
Spring is a different framework.
okay.
So as part of your training, Java,
Okay.
JavaScript, AngularJS, these 3 will be covered. Spring is a
Okay.
different, that's required again 10 days. That's a different framework.
Okay.
Java, JavaScript, AngularJS, these 3 will be covered.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll see you in the evening. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Can
Thank
you
you.
make it early, a little bit early?
At what time
8
do you
o'clock,
need?
like 8 p.m. IST.
8 p.m. IST.
You told 9 p.m. IST, right?
Ha.
1 hour
Okay.
early.
8 p.m. Okay. If I put 9 p.m., it will be a morning, na?
Yes, sir. But it comes from 9 p.m. 9 a.m. for us.
Acha. Okay. We'll have 8 at 8 p.m. then. Okay.
Yes, sir.
We'll have it.
9:30 for us.
9:30?
So it is 9:30 for us, right?
No, I think 2.5 hours difference is there, na?
1.5 hour.
1.5 hour.
1.5 hour.
Okay. So we'll have it 8 p.m. Indian time. Okay.
So 9:30.
9:30 maybe your time. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Chill. Thank you. Bye.
Yes. Thank you, sir.